Hi guys, this is called the Inflatable Fanatic, and today I have a really interesting video for you guys because I was able to get my hands on this 10-foot tall Nightmare Before Christmas Archway with Oogie Boogie and Jack Skeleton. This is going to be sold at Walmart this year, and as you can see from the box, it's going to be sold for $163, which is a lot for this thing, honestly. It's 10 feet wide. I'm not sure if I mentioned that already, so it's decently big. It's not that tall though. I would say it's about 8 feet tall. As you can see, so this is the sample box or prototype box, whatever you want to call it. It has like a squeaky texture to it. It's kind of weird. It's like almost a little sticky, and as you can tell, the stock photo used on the box is not like, I would say, the official stock photo. It's just like some random picture that they took and they just photoshopped it right onto the picture of the house. So yeah, I mean, the box is pretty ordinary. It's the typical Disney box. It does say 2022 Gemmy, and it's a very long box, as you guys can see, very tall and long. And inside, nothing too special, just this pack of steaks. I actually have the inflatable laid out already, so we'll get to inflating that right now. One interesting thing beforehand though, that I think is kind of neat, the tether on the base is actually below the fan, below the zipper, not above it, so it makes it very easy to open up the zipper. And what's it called, it does have these spinny little clips on the base legs as well. Just something I want to make note of. Oh, sorry, my finger's in the camera. So as this thing is inflating, it does have a YF80, which it's not good, but I also wouldn't say it's not bad. 125 would have been nice, but the 80 definitely does the job. From the store's perspective, I would say that's the right fan to put on this thing. Although, as I said, it would have been nice if they gave it a little bit something more. Alright, so here it is fully inflated. It's definitely a very unique design. This is the first arch we've done with Oogie Boogie on it. And I will say Oogie Boogie does look good, but in the stock photo, it did look better than how it does on person. It didn't look like he had like that overbite with his lip, but in person he still does. I was hoping they changed up the design of Oogie a little bit, but it's not the case. Has 6 C7s, 1 in Oogie, 2 in the top of the arch, which I actually really like. 2 in the pumpkins, and 1 in Jack. So this thing is a sample. It's not a prototype because it's not hand painted. It might be silkscreen printed, but I really can't tell, and it doesn't look like it, or at least like not on Jack here. Jack just looks like typical screen printing. Jack is like, I mean, no joke, is the typical 5-foot Jack you get anywhere, with his arms in that position without holding anything. So he's a little lackluster. There's only one light in him too, and that's, as you can see, right on his head. The pumpkins are really cool though. I appreciate this second pumpkin right here. Reminds me a lot of Nightmare Before Christmas. The rest are kind of like, generic pumpkin designs, but it is nice to have that vibrant orange color, and especially too with 2 lights being in that thing, it will light up nice, which is pretty cool. And this is gonna be cool to see in the dark. At the top you have like one of these like towers on each side. Now, to be completely honest, I don't really get them. They're cool and all, but I just don't think it screams Nightmare Before Christmas. I know they were trying to go for kind of like, honestly I don't know what they were trying to go for. What I initially thought they were trying to go for is like the town in the background, like Halloween Town in the background, but it doesn't, besides the coloring, it doesn't really remind me of any sort of building or anything like that in Halloween Town. It just is kind of there. However, what I do like about this thing is the All Hail the Pumpkin King sign. I like the fact that it has 2 lights in it. I like the font of the All Hail the Pumpkin King, and I think it's a good phrase too. And here's Oogie. Oogie is actually pretty big. He is 5 feet or 5.5 feet tall. A little bigger than Jack. But he is wide too. Like he inflates so good that he pushes the arch a little bit back almost. Only 1 light in him too, which is disappointing. Jack and Oogie really need 2. So I would have hoped this inflatable had 8 in total, but only has 6, which is, I'd say, probably the worst thing about it having an 80 is the fact that you only get those 6 C7s. But once again, Oogie's just the typical looking Oogie. I mean, he looks good, but I was hoping for something different. One thing I like about this, and I know this sounds a little odd, but there's actually a whole bunch of tether loops on this thing. So there's one on each of Oogie's foot, one on that side, one on this side. There's one on this side of the pumpkin, and one on Jack's foot over here, and there's one on each side of this left arch. Well, this one obviously has the base, you just use the base stakes for that thing. So a lot of tether loops for that, and we know that Gemmy has been cheaping out with the tether loops within the last, I would say like 2 or 3 years. They've really been cheaping out on that, and especially this year. So it is nice to see that. Once again, this thing is a sample. I don't know if this is, you know, just one produced model, or if this is an actual, you know, sample. So I'm not sure if that's going to be the case when it's actually released in stores, but you know, we'll find out once it's, you know, listed for sale on Walmart's website. If you're a Nightmare Before Christmas fan, I think you'll probably like it. Me for one, I'm not too big of a fan of it, honestly. I think the archway itself is kind of weird. And I was just hoping a little bit more for the characters. I do like the pumpkin stat, but I mean, Jack is just, you know, it's the typical Jack you see everywhere. So it just seems like it's plopped on there. And Oogie, I mean, I do like having Oogie on an archway, and he does look fine. I was just hoping for, you know, him to look a little different, or for him to stand out. I don't know, it's just, this thing is missing something. It just doesn't look complete, if you know what I mean. It looks more like a prototype, so I'm actually kind of surprised that it's being produced in stores. But yeah, something about the arch doesn't seem right. I just don't know. It's just not something clicking for me for whatever reason. But I know a lot of people like this one, so it's probably just me who feels that way, or a select few people. Yeah, so if you guys are interested in this, you can pick this up at Walmart this year. It is $163, which I think is a little pricey for this thing. It's probably just because of inflation right now, and so Walmart's prices are probably going up for everything. I would assume even the 12-footers to go back up to 60 or maybe even 70. But you know, considering this price, $163 for Walmart, I mean, Walmart, you know, even the base fans, no matter what it is, I mean, heck, even the, you know, BJ's Archway they've had the last couple of years, I think were, what, like 89 bucks or something like that. So for this to be a little less than double the price, you know, the prices are going up, or there's something off with this thing. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think of it in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.